Welcome back to the Sunday Business Page.
Just last week on this program, we talked about the importance of family literacy. Well, personal financial literacy is becoming more and more important too. So much so that Point Park University is offering a financial literacy course to its business students. You might be surprised to know that many business school students have very low knowledge of personal finances. So we're pleased to welcome Stephen Tanizilli to the Sunday Business Page. He's Dean of the Rowland School of Business at Point Park University. Steve, welcome to the show. It's great to have you here.
Thank you for having me again.
You know, I think it's really true that most Americans in general do not know much about personal finance.
Right.
I think it does surprise that somebody who might choose to go into business or into a business school may not have much knowledge there either.
Right. Well, most folks get their financial advice from friends. So the statistics show that very small percentage of folks get financial assistance from people that are actually in the business.
From qualified
financial experts.
Yeah. So what did you do? Well, tell me a little bit about the course. What is it that you're doing?
So I started it actually 10 years ago. It was a course for our seniors in sports, arts, and entertainment, which is a management in the business school.
Right.
And I started it because I saw that there was a need for students to have a better understanding of personal finance. In 2015, some terrific faculty members took what I had created and made a much more comprehensive model and then brought it to the sophomore level. Because I had seen some of our students were coming to me as seniors and either had very little knowledge about personal financial acumen, or unfortunately some were even in some bad financial shape. And so we as a school and as a faculty thought it was really imperative upon us to have that class embedded in the sophomore sequencing.
So what is it essentially that you're teaching these students?
It's personal finance. So it's budgeting, it's credit. If you don't have credit, how to get credit. We talk about loans. We talk about how to buy a car. We talk about renter's insurance, life insurance. What I always say is this class is everything that students need to know before they go on to the next chapter in their life and become adults.
Do you really call it the money thing?
We do.
That's the name of the course? The money thing.
The money thing. Yep.
The money thing. Yep. I love it. I love it. And it turns out it's a pretty popular course.
Since 2015, we've had over 500 students enroll in the class. And currently this spring, we had 10 sections of the money thing. And it's not just business school students.
Right.
We have a lot of our Conservatory of Performing Arts students enrolled in the class. A lot of students from our cinema and digital arts majors are in the class as well.
You know, I think a lot of folks identify Point Park University as with the arts.
Yeah.
And of course, soon to be open will be the Pittsburgh Playhouse.
Yep.
Under your or the auspices of the university. But they may not be as familiar with the business school that you are the dean of. And I've had, you have some terrific faculty.
Yes.
Including yourself, who I've interviewed and put on TV.
Yes.
Because you can offer insights on various stories that we do. And Point Park University as a business school, I think a lot of folks are not aware of that.
Right. I mean, what we're trying to build is the most innovative, practical-based model for a school of business in the country. And we have some tremendous industry-focused faculty, and we are building a practical-based curriculum. Internships, co-ops are all part of our curriculum. And unlike other schools, you can take these practical skill sets and graduate in 4 years.
In 4 years?
4 years.
You know, it turns out that more than half of American students take more than 4 years to get a college degree.
Correct.
And I've often wondered whether that's just an inside game by the universities to keep our kids in school longer so we pay more tuition, you know?
Well, for us, I can tell you in the Rowland School of Business, we are committed to teaching our students the employable skills they need to go out and be gainfully employed in the marketplace.
Right. And of course, and personal finance is obviously one of those things. Yes. What do you think of as the strengths of the business school in particular? If you were a student out there looking to where you might go, why might you pick Point Park? I
think our industry-focused faculty, for sure our location. We have representatives from a majority of the financial service firms that come in and actually teach this class. So they're hearing from industry professionals who are working in personal finance on a daily basis. So from industry-focused faculty to location to a dynamic, innovative curriculum, we are always listening to our students, our alums, and the marketplace to make sure that what we're teaching in the classroom is what these students need to know to be employable.
Right, and that makes perfect sense. From the standpoint of the students, when it comes back to personal finance, is there something in particular that you found to be most surprising?
Budgeting. Budgeting. I think it's very expensive just to walk around. And when you have students actually develop a budget, it really gets them to understand what things cost. And then we also do a nice activity where, not all of our students stay in Western Pennsylvania.
Right.
So if you're looking to go to LA or Boston or Chicago, we'll work with you to kind of show you what is it going to cost to live in those cities.
Yeah, because the cost of living is so much more expensive outside of Pittsburgh. So if you haven't thought about that or budgeted for that.
Right. And we want our students to go on and not only do great things, but enjoy the cities in which they reside. And personal finance and being diligent with your finance is going to help you do that.
Now, the one area you haven't mentioned that you come out of, which is sports and entertainment and I think that's a very exciting area that Point Park is rather unique in offering.
Yeah, we have over 300 students in our sports, arts, and entertainment management program. We were the first program in the country to offer all 3 disciplines, and it's been involved in the Rowland School of Business now for the last 15 years.
Well, I can't thank you enough, Steve Tanizilli, Dean of the Business School at Point Park University, for coming in and sharing with us. And the money thing, hey, we could all use a little lesson in the money thing, no doubt about it. Thank you again, Steve.
Thank
Good to be with you. We'll be back with more of the Sunday Business Page in just a few moments. Stick with us.